black girls have to work twice as hard sometimes?
Definitely. Well, it's just different for us because we don't get as much advertising, and the makeup really isn't meant for dark skin, and, you know, some people just think of you as a black girl instead of a great girl.
Modeling can be a tough business at the best of times, but when you're black, the situation is compounded. FT first took a look at the plight of black models back in 1992. Now, 5 years later, we decided to re-examine the issue to see if things had got any better or worse.
I feel so good.
It's time now, you know, put us on the covers, put us in the magazines and the makeup, cosmetic campaigns and stuff like that.
I got the boogie. I got the boogie. I got the boogie.
When we first looked into the subject, black models seemed to be on the verge of a major breakthrough. Names like Tyra, Veronica Webb, and Naomi Campbell ruled the runways, and a few even managed to get their faces on the covers of mainstream fashion magazines. The holy grail of the modeling world, and an honor which had always seemed to elude women of color. Would you say they get featured on covers, though, as often as they deserve to be, or?
I think so. Funnily enough, it's a question of when they're available, because, you know, they really do have very busy schedules. And finally, we've got Naomi. She's in the lead of December. And I think, you know, more and more we'll see, because they're being accepted so much more readily now, and it's so good. I think you'll see them very often on covers from now on.
People have said that black girls aren't put on the covers of magazines because the magazines don't sell as well when the black girls are on them. Is that true?
No, it's not true. Naomi sold very well for us, but you can't keep putting Naomi on the covers, and we have not been offered yet a black girl who is a suitable cover girl.
It must be remembered that the fashion business is exactly that, a business. And many say that the lack of black models on the covers of fashion magazines can be traced to one thing: sales figures.
Sales of magazines drop when a black girl's put on the cover. That's shocking, it's disturbing, and it's reality.
They say that they lose like 18% or something when they put a black girl on the cover. Or when you see a black woman on the cover, it's normally with a white woman. You know, it's never a black woman by themselves. That's about the hardest thing.
I remember there was this big scandal with Naomi with Cosmo years ago, that she got one Cosmo cover, it never sold, and they never put another black girl on it.
It pisses me off, to be honest. It pisses me off to get these stories and answers back from why you can't be in the cover. I mean, Cosmopolitan really is the worst, I think, because, and I'm just saying the name and I'm going to say, because it's been 6 years since I was last on the cover, and I'm basically told I cannot be on the cover until Helen Gurley Brown leaves, and I think that's disgusting.
If you look at the demographics, when you put a black girl or something on the cover, like, the sales drop, and that affects their advertising. But who's responsible for that? The American public.
They say that's from sales, but I don't think that's true, because half of their magazine is from subscriptions, so they're going to get it in their mail anyway, even if a black girl's on the cover.
We are overlooked as people. People think that they can take the talent of black girls for granted. It is a very strange thing. It is a silent kind of racism. I'm not accusing any one body or any one person. It's just a silent kind of thing that attention has to be brought to it any way it can.
I sort of feel that probably it's easier for a white girl to be found. The other thing is, do the black girls really want to be models? I mean, that's another thing, you know, that may be not what they're into.
I would never want to go up against Elizabeth Silveris, but if there were more black fashion editors-in-chiefs of magazines, I'm sure they'd have a different story.
You know, there are millions and millions of white models out there, so you're bound to get some stars. There are not millions and millions of black models out there, so you don't get the same quantity. It's a ratio thing, you don't get the same quantity of stars.
A ratio thing, not a racial thing.
A sum thing.
It's all very sad, but it's the way life is. All we can do is try to change things quietly, intelligently, and calmly for the future.